Hi, how are you? Just about to do some tarot cards. I'm using the Celtic again because it's very clear, it's very precise, and that's what I think we need right now. I think we're all needing some clarity. I had my tower moment, and it was kind of expected, but it was brought forward, and it was, when it happened, quite difficult for me, but there you are, it happened. It's actually a really good thing now, I can see that, and I knew at the time that it was happening that was a really good thing. But just because something's a good thing doesn't mean it's not difficult to cope with, does it? Because all change can be difficult. And I think that's important for us to be having a look at it. And acknowledging that change is difficult, and sometimes it can be really distressing. Even though we know it's going to be a positive, that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt in some way. Okay. I've also been experiencing quite a strong jump in my spirituality, which has been quite interesting as well. Okay. Wow, okay. The reason I'm saying that is I've just had out the Nine of Wands, Death, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. All right, so I just got told to do more, so I'm just going to do some more. And then we see what we have. Wow. Ten of Swords. So it's definitely time for something to end. So the cards are saying that we've had enough. We're tired. What we're working with now, what we've been carrying now is a burden. It might have been something we loved dearly and we thoroughly enjoyed doing, but right now it's a burden and it's time to go. And it is going to be replaced with something better. Oh, wow, okay. A lot poured out, and they said, okay, and we got the Nine of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, look at that. It's movement. Can you see? Yeah. So it's movement. It's forward movement. But look at that. It's stormy. So we're talking about unexpected, which sits nicely to the follow-up of the Tower. So this is about unexpected movement. This is about us going forward with something that we weren't necessarily expecting to do, but it also talks about courage and doing it quickly. So let's see what the cards are that came out. So the first row, the wounded warrior. We've been fighting for this a long time, and we've got the battle scars. Look at that. And then we're followed by the death card. So there is still something we need to change, and that's then followed by the Ten of Wands. A burden, a heavy burden. Look how heavy that is. And when I see this in this particular order, the Nine of Wands first, then we have the Death card coming up. So we're still finishing off something that we need to finish off. But it's time to go. We've got the Ten of Wands, and we've got the Ten of Swords. It's over. It's really over. So any of you who have been holding on to something, and I think it's something in the past. This is the Queen of Cauldrons. So this is something in the past that we really valued and we really wanted to hold on to. And we might have fought very hard for it. but it's time. It's done its course. Whatever it was, you fought really hard to keep it alive. You can see that small flame on the top of the death, but it's time to end it. Now, the scary thing about some of this is, of course, what's going on with change. And we've got the Moon card, is that we don't always, not always clear, we can't always see what the outcome is. Because every change involves some risk. And we might be feeling very insecure about what that change is going to take place. And the Moon card is just there to remind us that we don't know everything. We're not sure 100% what's going to take place. We really need to have some faith. I pulled out some other cards because I said not more, and then what's interesting about it is we got another 10, which is the 10 of shields, or the 10 of pentacles. And again, the nice thing to remember about this is the person looking directly at you. You got the rainbow in the background. It is about what fulfills us and what gives us value and what gives us life and what makes us happy. And you can see the person in the front, she's actually looking away from what's in the background and she's looking forward, and it's almost like she's questioning and turning away from what is past and going forward. So again, we've got 3 10s. If you needed to know it's finished, trust me, Spirit is saying it's finished. It's time for the new beginning. What comes up with the other cards is we have 2 2s. So it's about choice. And moving into Libra, Libra is talking about the scales and bringing things into balance. So we've got the 2 2s. You can see here with the 2 of Pentacles that this is not in balance. We're working to keep it in balance. It is a choice we need to make, but we are at this stage, we're still working pretty hard to keep things in the air and keep them balanced. And this one, the 2 of Cups, is talking about us meeting a mirror image or a soul. So 2 people coming together, or 2 pieces of a jigsaw coming together and fitting nicely. So we're at the beginning of something and we're facing some choices about something, but it's definitely something that's going to come together, and it's talking about a new partnership. So I think we're looking at building new relationships in the work that we're doing. And the other card is the Wheel of Fortune. It's time. It's time to move on. It's finished. Whatever we were doing, whatever path we were on, whatever direction we were going, it served its purpose. So please feel confident to take on what's coming and what's new. Don't be afraid of it. It's actually going to be worse if we stay put in where we are. And I know we fought for it, and I know we loved it. But it's time. It really is time. I'm just going to see if we can get any more clarity. Oh, we did. Okay. All right. High Priestess popped out. Oh my God. Cards jumping. Everyone wants to come and talk. Okay, just said one more, so. Okay. The High Priestess came out, but she came out upside down. This is the Chinese tarot deck. High Priestess upside down means you know. You don't want to admit it, but you know. You've got a bit of an understanding of what is underneath the surface, and at some level you know you're just having trouble admitting that it's time and that it's time to end. And I completely get that, because in my circumstance that's exactly what it was. It was time. It was so time, but I just didn't want to let go. And even people around me were saying to me, hold on. But letting go, and I am so free now, and I'm so light now, even though I have to say I was distraught for 2 days. And the other card that came out is the Eight of Swords. Look at the movement in that card. Look at the energy in that card. Look at the discipline in that card. Look at that compared to this, compared to that, compared to this. So you know, and it's time to get energized about it, and you should be feeling energized about it, because you'll start to see opportunity and you'll start to see relief. And we are coming into a great time to be building. Saturn is going direct, which is absolutely fantastic, and not long after that we're going to have Jupiter also going direct. So it's a good time for good things to happen. All right. For those of you who have had a major Tower moment, and we had Death, Devil, Temperance, and the Tower, I understand. I've just had mine. And what's coming is going to be really, really good. And I have every faith that what's coming is going to be really, really good. Take care, and remember, you can do this, because we also had in the previous reading the Strength card. And now we have the cards that say, we know what we need to do. It's going to bring us back into balance with who we are, and that's perfect. Bye.